Do you want to learn how to discharge any debt and put thousands of dollars in your pocket from any lender or debt collector? I'm about to give you the simple steps to discharge any debt and get the lender or debt collector to give you thousands of dollars in the process. The process is pretty simple. And really, it's a small but powerful variation of the private administrative process. You likely already heard of the private administrative process. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So there's two parts to this process. First is you begin your private administrative process by creating a letter that you mail to the lender or debt collector. Here's a sample. It's not that great to look at, but it just gives you an idea that you can send a letter. As you may already know, the private administrative process letter creates a legally binding contract where the lender or debt collector must perform or do what you require. Second part is with your letter, you include the promissory note. And promissory note is basically payment for the debt. Some people call it a negotiable instrument. And here's what one looks like. This is just a sample. So basically, here's what's going on. There's two parts to this thing. One is you're creating a binding contract with the private administrative process letter. And number two, you're actually paying the debt with your promissory note. Now, here's the key. The key is to create the promissory note so that it is 3 or 4 times more than the actual debt they claim you owe. And some people might say, well, why is that? Simple. It's so that the lender or debt collector is forced to mail you a check for the difference within 10 days of receiving your payment, your promissory note. The difference between the amount that they claim that you owe and the amount of the promissory note, that difference is the amount that goes in your pocket. You see, since you've created a legally binding contract with your private administrative process, the lender or debt collector must do as you demand, or you'll get a contract attorney involved to sue them for the hundreds or the thousands of dollars the lender or debt collector now owes you. But let me be clear here. The contract attorney is not paid out of your pocket in any way. Instead, out of the judgment, when the contract attorney wins your case, that's where the contract attorney is paid. It's out of the judgment when he or she wins your case. So typically, the only thing you do once you bring on a contract attorney is you provide the contract attorney with all the letters you've already mailed to the lender or debt collector. From there, you let the contract attorney handle everything. And in most cases, the contract attorney never actually goes to court. They come up with a financial settlement outside of court with the lender or debt collector. So in essence, your role is to sit back and wait for about 30 to 45 days for the contract attorney to finish and contact you and let you know the amount of cash that's coming your way. Hopefully, the lender or debt collector just mails you a check without you ever having to contact an attorney or contact or get a contract attorney involved. So basically, the contract attorney is just a great backup plan in case you need that attorney to collect your money from the lender or debt collector for you. So here's the bottom line. Go ahead and get started. Use the steps that I've provided and use this process on your house or automobile or any other debt. And let me know your outcome so I can celebrate with you. Or if you're just not sure, you don't know how to create a private administrative process, you're not sure how to create a promissory note, or you just have questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can shoot me an email at dissolveyourdebt@gmail.com. Dissolveyourdebt@gmail.com. Until then, have a great day and all the best to you in dissolving your debt and discharging all debts.